It was in Vegas, so it was fun. I went with my buddies. We go every year. It's never crazy. It's not a crazy trip. I go with my buddies. They're like married to their wives. I, of course, married to the sea. So it's not that. This is a crazy thing. This will happen anytime. You walk down the strip in Vegas, there's always people trying to sell you drugs, right? They have drugs. They want you to buy their drugs, and they always do the same pitch every 5 feet, everywhere you go. They go, "Hey, you trying to party?" That's what they say. They go like that. "Oh, this guy looks like he's trying to party," which is not a good pitch for me. I don't want to brag. I've been doing drugs for a decade. It has never been a party. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get me, you can't be like, "Hey, you want a party?" You want to get me, you got to be like, "Oh, hi. Would you like to have a dry mouth and think about your father?" I got a gram of, does everybody in this Target hate me? Be interested in that? I'm doing well, though. Don't worry about me. I'm doing well. I have a birthday coming up. That's always exciting, of course. Sure, yeah, that's absolutely how I feel. It is as you get older. I don't know, maybe your options go down a little bit in life. Doesn't have to be sad, but it's true. Like when you're a kid, people say stuff. They'll go like, "Anything is possible," And then you get in your 30s and people say stuff like, "Maybe you can take classes online." It's not quite the same thing, That's all it is. You just realize there are things you're not going to do. That's just what happens, Like when I was 12, it was like, well, I guess I'm too old to ever be a child prodigy. And then my 20s, I was like, well, I guess I'm too old to ever be a professional athlete. And now it's just like, well, I guess I'm too old to ever learn guitar without it being sad. Guitar's tricky for guys, I don't know if you know that. Like a little boy who learns to play guitar is impressive, A grown man who learns to play guitar is divorced. So it's like a different situation. I am doing well, though. Don't worry about me. I have a girlfriend. That's exciting. That's big for me. Yeah, sure. Very condescending, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Met the girlfriend's parents. Now, that's a big deal. That was exciting. Oh, yeah, absolutely loved it. I do great with parents. I love meeting parents. I'd love to meet all your parents, if we could ever work that out. I always feel like meeting somebody's parents, it's like getting a behind-the-scenes tour of a factory. That's how I feel about it. It's like, I know you have trauma. Let's see how they made it, That's fun. Cool. I think, at least. It's pretty good. I don't know. Me and the girlfriend agree on a lot of things. That's big. You gotta do that. Like, we don't want kids. Neither of us want kids. That's like a good thing to agree on, It ends with us! We shout every night. Before bed. Sometimes people are surprised to know that I don't want kids. So I know you don't know me that well, but I have a little bit of like a dad vibe, I would say. I could be a little dad-ish, I think. Like I would say, like, to be honest, like the most like dad thing about me is that I also don't want to be a dad. Which like, that's Dad 101 right there. Are you kidding me? My God, not liking it? Of course. Could talk about it with the other dads at the park. This sucks, right? That's an example. I regret this choice. That's another thing we might say to each other. My girlfriend has a much more impressive job than me, which is a weird thing to woo, but fair enough. Okay. It's a good job. It's a good job. Don't worry about it. She's a journalist, which is like, that's a cool job. Of course, absolutely. Free media, of course. She works... I never said that before. That felt weird. Hell yeah, good for you. We will never talk about that. She does. So she works at a big national paper. It's very embarrassing comparing what she does to what I do. She could clearly do much better than me. I hope she doesn't figure that out. She probably won't. She's not a very good journalist, but still. But no, comparing them, it's still like she's been nominated for a Pulitzer Prize. I finished third at a comedy contest in New Jersey, Like, she'll come home from like a long day's work, be like, "Oh, Zach, I'm so burnt out. I've been working on this story about the war in Ukraine. What did you do today? And I'm just like, oh, I was just trying to think of what's the funniest cracker. It's probably cheese nips. It is cheese nips. This is my job. Oh, this is exciting. I'll tell you about this. My sister. She looks great, but there's something wrong. My sister's getting married. Now that's exciting. That's a big deal. Absolutely. Now I will tell you. See what you think about this. Okay. So my sister's way younger than me. She's 23 years old. Getting married in like a month. And her fiance are in an open relationship. Am I crazy? That's insane, right? Why is she getting married? She doesn't have to get married. It's 2024. She's not like trying to inherit the Iron Throne, you know. It's like he's like a nice vet tech, you know. I don't get. It's probably a bad idea, to be honest. She probably shouldn't do it, but I can't say anything about it for a couple of reasons. One, he's a good guy. I like this guy. He loves her. He's been there in her times of need, you know. And two, I am from the South, and she is getting married in the South, and it's an interracial marriage. And I don't know if you know a lot about history, but being a white guy objecting to an interracial marriage in the South, not a great look. You know, I seem less like a concerned brother and more like a villain in To Kill a Mockingbird. I think. Like, I can't, like, stand up in the ceremony and be like, I object to this wedding, not for that reason. Open relationships very popular now, though. Is anybody here in a... I've learned it's creepy for me to ask. I imagine it's, I'll tell you right now, in Brooklyn, Jesus Christ. They're sucking fucking everywhere. In Bushwick, oh Lord. That's crazy. Some people love open relationships so much they don't even call them open relationships. They call it ethical non-monogamy. There. I beat you to it. Which, I'm not the word, please call it whatever you want, you know. It does feel like a very academic term for something so horny, you know, I would say. You know, like if you want to call it something fun, why don't you call it like Dating Plus? Or Let's Break Up, you know, the type of stuff you could say. I'll just do this. It's a fun, quick one. I have a theory. We'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll connect on this. I feel like if you're... This is nothing... Anyway, I feel like if you're walking around in public and you see a cop looking at their phone, you should be allowed to steal their gun. Make sense? I think, no, you're not going to do anything with it. It's just like an I've got your nose situation, I feel, you know? I think about it. I'm not a gun guy. Don't worry about me. I'm not trying to get a gun. I don't have a gun on me. I do feel like, I don't know, I just feel this. I think I feel the same way about guns that like homophobes do about gay people. You know, like, I don't understand them. They terrify me. And I'm pretty sure if I tried it once, I'd love it, you know? Just the power, you know. Oh, hey, I'm done. Clap, because I'm done.
Yay!